Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. This is day 12 of 30 days of lockdown yoga, and we are doing a yoga stretch for tight and achy legs. So this is a wonderful class to improve leg flexibility. We're going to be targeting hamstrings, hips and glutes. So it's great if you've done any leg training or after leg day, or if you've done lots of walking or running. But yeah, perfect little class for those legs. So grab your mat and we'll go and get started. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoy it, subscribe to stay updated. I post out a new video every single day for 30 days. And of course, leave a comment below. It helps my channel out a lot. Thank you. Okay, my lovelies, we're gonna start our class in our child's pose at the end of the mat. Just slowly take your time to come down, making sure your knees are pointing out to the side and your big toes are pointing in towards each other. We just want to relax here, trying to find a nice stretch into the inner hips. If you're not feeling anything into the inner hips here, maybe just walk those feet a little bit further away so you're almost sitting into the space between the heels. Find that abdominal breath, the rise and the fall of the belly. And just for a moment, allow that to become the only thought that's in the mind. Set an intention now for our practice to keep this awareness on the breath. It's going to help us move deeper into our poses, and it's going to keep your mind in the present moment. If you want to take your child's pose one step further, we're going to lift onto the fingertips. Sometimes this is called cupcake hands, but I like to call it spider fingers. So we are going to slowly draw our chin and our chest towards the mat. That stretch should deepen into the inner hips. Just find 3 more breaths here. And slowly walk the hands in. Turn the knees to face forward. We're going to go straight into a rag doll at the end of the mat. So slowly working into the hamstrings. So slowly draw up. Depending on how far you are away from the floor, you might want to find your rag doll, hold the elbows, crown of the head drops, or maybe just let your arms hang loose. And if you can here, we're going to bring in a little bit of movement. So just gently swaying the body from side to side. With every exhale, just let any tension, any stress melt away from the upper body. And pausing in our fold. If you want a little bit of a deeper stretch, we're going to bend into the left knee and straighten out the right leg. And switch sides, bend the right knee, straighten out the left leg. We do it again, 1 more each side. Bend the left knee, straighten out the right leg. Bend the right knee, straighten out the left leg. We're slowly going to bend into the knees, bring the hands down, walking out into our downward facing dog. So my favorite way to come into down dog is moving from plank. So shoulders over the wrists, lift the hips up, walk the feet in about 1 inch. And we should be in our perfect down dog position. Take some nice deep breaths here. We're going to start to bring those bends into the knees that we did in our forward fold. So bending into the left knee, let the left heel lift off the mat and press down through the right heel, straightening out the right leg. And switch sides, bend the right knee, straighten out that left leg. One more each side. Bend the left knee, straighten out the right leg. Bend the right knee, straighten out the left leg. And then see if you can straighten out both legs. Then slowly draw down, knees to the mat, finding our tabletop position. From here, we're going to send our right leg out to the side for our cat-cow. So we're focusing on getting on the inside of the leg and into the inner hips, just warming up. So on an inhale, belly drops down as the chest opens, gaze lifts. Exhale, round through the spine, draw the tailbone underneath and tuck the chin into the chest. 2 more times. Inhale, belly drops, chest opens. Stay nice and straight through that right leg. Exhale to round. Really pull the tailbone underneath so you find that stretch through the inner hip. Last one. Inhale, belly drops, chest opens. Exhale, spine rounds. Neutral spine. See if you can keep your back toes tucked underneath as we slowly sit back down towards that left heel. And then draw forward on an inhale. And sink back on your exhale. One more time. Inhale. Perfect. And exhale. We're just warming up the inside of that right hip for our lizard pose. So from here, right foot steps to the outside of your right hand. Making sure that your right knee is over your right ankle. And then you can find any movement that feels good. So my favorite thing to do here is to just gently rock the hips from side to side. Just noticing the sensations arising in the body. Noticing where that tightness is in the legs. As always, you have your option to come down to your forearms, and that right knee can drop away from the body. I'm going to hold here for a few breaths. And slowly coming back onto the hands. Heel toe the right foot to the center, so both hands frame your right foot. Still make sure that your right knee is over your right ankle. If you're struggling to touch the floor, come onto blocks or come up onto your fingertips. We're going to try and relax as much as we can into our low lunge. So let the spine round, let the crown of the head drop down, chin to the chest. Just take some big deep breaths here, relaxing into the lower body as much as you can. Slowly drawing back on your exhale, we're finding half splits. We're going to work a little deeper into our hamstring. If you're quite tight in the hamstrings, walk your hands in a little bit closer, find blocks, or bring a bend into your right knee. We're going to turn those right toes and the right knee out to the side, and then bring it back to center. And we're going to keep that movement going, out and then back to center. Just gently working into the hamstring and into the outer leg. Keep pulling the toes towards you, keep that stretch through the calf muscle as well. Okay, we're going to find a few breaths here, see if we can deepen this stretch. So keep those right toes turning out to the side. Inhale, straighten out the spine, open the chest. Exhale, forward fold, even if you just drop the crown of the head down. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Turn the right toes back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Right toes turn out to the side. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Toes come back to center. Exhale, forward fold. One last time. Inhale, halfway. Right toes turn out. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Back to center, last one. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly lengthening. Bend into the right knee. From here, heel toe your right foot to the left side of the mat. You might want to widen the hands so that the edges of the mat, and we're going to extend into that right hamstring, pulling those right toes towards you. So doing this is probably enough to feel a deep stretch with the outside of the leg. If you want a little bit more, palms come down, bend the elbows, and just fold over that right leg, just for a couple of breaths. Slowly easing off. So we're in our perfect pose for our full pigeon. The full expression of our pigeon pose, that right foot stays at the edge of the mat. Right knee comes down in line with the right foot. We're nice and square through the hips. Now this is challenging. So if you want, you can bring a block underneath that right glute, right thigh. But avoid sitting onto that block and try and keep that left hip pulling down. You can always use a cushion. And if it's really hard, you want to pull your right foot closer in towards you. Slowly make your way down if you can to your forearms, folding over our right leg. Crown of the head drops. I like to hold the back of my right heel to stop it sliding down the mat. We're going to pause here for a little bit, really trying to find a nice deep stretch into that right glute. Not forcing, just relaxing your body with every exhale. One final deep breath here. And slowly walking the hands in. Drawing back and giving your right leg a good shake out. Perfect. We're going to switch sides. So I'm going to spin around so I can extend my leg out to the side. This time it's the left leg. And we're finding our cat-cow again. Toes can tuck underneath. So on an inhale, belly drops down as the chest opens. See if you can lift the gaze. Exhale, spine rounds, tuck the tailbone underneath, draw the chin to the chest. Inhale, belly drops, chest opens, gaze lifts. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Last one, inhale, belly drops, chest opens. Exhale to round. Neutral spine. We're just going to move forward and backwards. See if you can keep those right toes tucked underneath as we sit down to the right heel. Inhale draws you back forward. And exhale sits you back. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale this time, left foot outside of the left hand or in lizard pose. Same thing here, make sure your knee is over your ankle. Bring in any extra movements that feel good. Maybe that little rock from side to side. When you feel ready, you might drop down to those forearms and let that left knee drop out to the side. Then slowly coming back up onto the hands, gently heel toeing that left foot to the center. Okay, so we're framing that left foot with the hands. We're going to see if we can relax. So by relaxing, the chin drops in towards the chest and the crown of the head drops. Relax as much as you can into the hips. From here, we're slowly drawing back into our half splits. So again, if you're tight in that hamstring, you can walk those hands in a little closer. And we're just going to start to spin the toes out to the side and then bring them back to center. Just keep that motion going, gently warming into the back of the left leg this time. So left toes turn out to the side, straighten out the spine on an inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Left toes turn back to center. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Toes turn out to the side. Exhale to fold. Even if that just means dropping the head down. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Toes come back to center. Exhale to fold. Last one, inhale, halfway. Toes turn out. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway. Bring them back to center. Well done. This is a little bit uncomfortable. Exhale to fold. Inhale, well done. Slowly burn into that left knee to release. Then heel toe your left foot to the right side of the mat. Maybe hands come a little wider as we extend into that left leg. If this is enough, we stay here, or we plant the palms down and gently fold over that left leg, just for a couple of breaths. And then slowly coming into your pigeon pose. So use that block or cushions or whatever you have if you need to for support underneath that left glute. Draw that left foot in a little closer if you need to. The closer in it is towards you, the easier it's going to be. The further up that foot is, the more external rotation into the outer hip. If you can, we're going to relax over that left leg. Keep that right hip drawing down, relax into the body, and we're going to stay here for some nice deep breaths. One more deep breath here. And slowly walking the hands in. Take your time to shake that left leg out. That can be quite an intense one. And then slowly we're going to come down to seated. However's comfortable. Legs should be feeling pretty wonderful. We're going to draw the hands to the heart center. Lengthen through the spine, inhale. Relax on your exhale. Thank yourself for taking this time out of your day, devoting it to not just the physical body, especially the legs, but also to the mind. Namaste.